Okay, so what's the difference between a home that sits on the market for 2 weeks and a home that sits on the market for 2 months? I equate it to three different things. One is price, the second is presentation, and the third is marketing. My name is Daniel Smith with First Team Real Estate, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how to sell your home. Okay, so first thing is price. You have to price your home correctly. I know you want $1 million for your $800,000 house. I want to sell it for $1 million because guess what? I work off commission, and the more I sell it for, the more commission I make, of course. But we have to price it for the market for a couple different things. If you market your house at $1 million and it's only worth $800,000, what's going to happen? There may be a buyer that comes in and says, "Hey, I want to buy your house for $1 million." But there's an appraiser that comes in and says, "Hey, this house is worth this much," and that buyer can only get qualified for the amount that the house appraises for. Okay. Another thing that happens when you market your house at $1 million, buyers come into that market and they say, "Hey, all the homes that are similar to yours are worth $800,000 and are being sold for $800,000. This one's worth $1 million. I don't want to see it. They're overpriced." The agents will see it, the buyers will see it, and you'll sit on the market a little longer. So we don't want that. Now, another option, and this is actually an option that does work sometimes, is you actually market it at $700,000 instead of $800,000. And what that does is it brings a pool of buyers in and say, "Hey, everything in this neighborhood is worth $800,000. They're selling for only $700. Let's, bid $710. Let's bid $720," and you create a buyer frenzy and you create a bidding war, and you may get it up to $800. My personal preference is to market the house at what it's worth, because you get serious buyers that are coming into a neighborhood and say, "Hey, everything in this neighborhood is around $800,000. I know that that's what I'm going to pay to get a property in this neighborhood," and that, paired with the right type of marketing, gets the buyers at 800 and at 805 and at 810. So the right type of marketing will sell your home at a premium, and that's what I'm looking to do for you. Okay, so price is number one. Number two is presentation. So presentation is very important. I just took a buyer to a property recently, and it must have been some artists that lived there because the walls were painted all different colors. I think it was eccentric. I think it looked great, but my buyer was like, "What is going on?" She couldn't get past the paint. And even the door especially. The door was painted black with red dripping down, looked like blood drip. It's not a good look. So if I suggest, "Hey, paint your door a solid color," or "Let's paint these walls white," yes, it may be a small expense, but buyers want to come in to a move-in ready home for the most part. You don't need to make any changes. I'm just going to tell you what's going to sell your house, and it's up to you whether you want to do those things or not. Again, at the end, it may reflect in the price that's being offered on your property. Okay, so presentation on your end, maybe a cleanup crew or something like that, mow the grass, whatever the case may be. As far as presentation online, I obviously will get a professional photographer to come in and take pictures of your home. And this is a realty photographer. This is not just a regular photographer that does headshots and things like that. So they're gonna accent parts of your home that will bring curiosity and interest from the buyers that are looking online. Okay, we also do 3D mapping of your property so that people can do a virtual tour online. The more you can show these buyers, the better, because they're looking at properties online all day when they're qualified and they're ready to buy, and you want to be able to give them a great experience. So we offer that, and then we also offer a blueprint of your property as well. Now, more importantly, social media is huge. So I'm going to also hire a videographer. A videographer is going to do a quick walkthrough of the home and create one of those viral videos that you see online that creates a buzz in the market for your property. So visually, we want to make it look great because presentation is key. When a buyer comes into the property, they want to feel like they can be at home at this property. Okay, and then the last thing, and most importantly, is marketing. marketing online and marketing offline. So offline is, postcards and things like this. So here's an example of the luxury postcards that we do. And if you do have a luxury property over $2 million, we do other marketing like magazines and things like this. So this type of brochure, this stuff is what sells homes when you're over the $2 million mark. And then online, you want to hit all of the social medias, and not just that. We want Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all that. But my marketing takes those buyers that say, hey, I'm on homes.com or I'm on realtor.com looking at this property, and we want to take those buyers and target them. And so I take that information, and I will show you online. I take that information and I market it like this beautifully, and I hit all these different websites. So the people that are looking at your properties, it's gonna follow them throughout their phone. They see your property on homes.com. Now they're gonna see it on ESPN. They're gonna see it on Yahoo. They're gonna see it on all the websites that they go to, because we have partnerships that I pay for this advertising. So that part is huge. I am with First Team Real Estate, and it is a luxury realtor company, and that's how we get the luxury marketing as well. Most importantly, we go after the buyers. It's not just listing it on the MLS and putting a sign in your yard. We are actually marketing. We're master marketers, and so we are gonna find who the buyer is. This person is looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. This person has an income, or their family has an income of so-and-so. They may have a dog, they have 2 children. I get those lists of those people that are qualified, have realtors, and I market directly to them, because marketing is more important. Now, I'm not sure of any other agent that does this. It's possible, but I just know what works. This is a trifecta of offline marketing, online marketing, and on the phone marketing. So I'm calling agents and making sure that they know about your property. The more eyes that we can get on your property, the better. So we can do open houses. If the property is vacant, then we could set a lockbox and a time at which realtors can show the property. If you're not into showings and you don't want all this marketing to go out, I do have options for cash buyers as well. Just know that you may not get your full value if you decide to go with a cash offer. As long as we have these 3 things, the price, the presentation, and the marketing, then I can guarantee to sell your home. And I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. And what that means is, if I don't sell your home in 30 days, then I'll give you $5,000 at closing. That's right. If I don't sell your home, that obviously is motivation for me to do everything that I can to get your property sold, and I will. So if I don't sell your home within 30 days of listing, then I'll give you $5,000 at closing. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Just give me a call or shoot me a text and say, hey Daniel, Mr. Smith, please come list my house, and I'll get you started.